Hey guys, Johnny and Lauren's back for the next episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa Mode.
Hello.
And today we're going to be getting into more Mekanism.
Yep, pretty much.
And this is pretty much Lawrence's area, so I'm going to just hand straight over to him.
Yes. Normally when we're doing sort of mod packs, we do go with Mekanism for auto processing because you can get up to 5 times, and it tends to be me that does it.
Yeah,
So I have a
never really
rough
been
idea of what I'm
interested.
doing. But the simplest way I figured we'd do this is we would just make our way through the quest book. So if we open that up, so we've already done a little bit of work. We've got sort of the factory tiers done. We've done some of the circuits and some of the alloys. So the next thing I think we're going to want to make is the crusher from Mekanism. Now, this is really...
Is this better than the sag mill, or is it like much the same, or...
I think it's much the same. It does have the benefit of that you can turn it into a factory. Like
Oh, that is quite nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you could have like 7 things running through at a time. But so
Actually, sorry, very quickly on that note, I just remembered we did actually go ahead and replace the capacitors in all our machines now with the stellar capacitors.
oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
And I totally forgot there's a couple of other things we did. So we automated the, I can't even remember what it's called, atomic reconstructor. So the way we've done that is using an open crate hooked up with a phantom face. So the interface for applied energistics goes straight into this phantom face, drops the stuff, and then we're using an item collector to pick this stuff up. That's pretty much that one.
Yeah,
Lawrence made a crazy expansion to our empowerers.
just a few.
So
I had like a spare minute. I figured I'd lay one out.
yeah, that's working quite nice.
12.
That's sped things up a lot.
I have also taken some of the portals down and replaced them with the
I hadn't even noticed
dislocators.
that.
I hadn't done them all, mainly because you were complaining about lag, but
Oh, is that why it kept getting
I did
like?
some. I don't know. Our server is getting a little bit laggy. I think we might need to update Project Ozone as well, because we're quite a few versions behind.
Yeah, we'll get round to it.
Yeah.
And also, lastly, just quickly automated the void forges from Lordcraft.
Yes.
So the way we're doing that is just piping out into a chest and then using translocators to go into the side and bottom because you need that to get into both slots. And we've just got some filters set up on the translocators to make sure the right stuff goes to the right place. But yeah, sorry for that big distraction.
It's okay. So the first machine I'm going to make is a crusher. It's quite simple. You just need steel casing, some basic control circuits, and some lava, all of which we have readily
I think
available.
I've even made recipes for the steel casings now.
Yes, there is an autocraft for us.
Yes.
So I am just going to chuck this over here for the time being. At the moment, I'm not going to set the crusher up because I think I'm going to use that mainly for the plastic pellets that you get from Mekanism, and
Okay.
I need a couple of more machines, but
So you don't want this automated?
don't want that automated at the moment. But that is the crusher complete. So the next one I'm going to make is the enrichment chamber.
If we're just going to spam all these out, should we just quickly craft them all? And then we
Yep.
can look to set them up on camera?
Yeah, that sounds good. Hey guys, so I've made the 4 machines that we need to make the HDPE pellets. I believe that's the right term for them.
What are they for again?
So this is basically Mekanism's version of plastic.
Okay.
So we need them for the Galacticraft machines, I'm pretty sure. I think it's the sheets that we need for, the very first machine we want to get for Galacticraft, which is the...
It sounded convincing. You sounded like you really knew what you were
I
talking about
totally
there.
know what I'm talking about all of the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Shush.
Well, while you were doing that, Lawrence made an actual 4 enrichment chambers. So I've set up some automations for these so we can make the compressed versions of things. So we've got compressed redstone, coal, diamond, and obsidian. And then I've just went over and changed our interface over here to export the compressed ones instead. And now configured all of these to insert the compressed version instead.
Yay.
So this should be a bit more efficient now. For those of you that are quite observant, there isn't a crafting card in here. We're aware of that. For some reason, putting a crafting card in there anytime we craft something in AE, it causes like a lag spike, and every time the auto crafting does it, it does the same. So we don't want that.
Hey guys, so I finally figured out the layout that I want for the HDPE pellets.
Success.
Yes, I always get confused and it always takes me a second to get what I want. But the idea is that this crusher will produce biomass, which you can then send to this pressurized reaction chamber, or PRC. You then combine that with water and hydrogen, and it gives you a substrate and liquid. It doesn't give you liquid ethylene, it gives you gaseous ethylene. You then take the gaseous ethylene from this pressurized reaction chamber. This is why it gets complicated and why I always have why I always have issues laying this out. But you take the ethylene through that, you run it through the rotary condenser to turn it into a liquid, which you then feed into this pressurized reaction chamber. You put oxygen and a substrate in here, and then you get the HDP pellets, which you can then put through the enrichment chamber to get the sheets.
Nice.
So I am going to put all the cables, as I've laid it out. I haven't put any of the cables in because it's not a mess yet, but I will come back once I've done all of the cables and everything.
Good luck.
So I think I've got all the cables and applied energistic stuff I need to wire this all together. The first thing we're going to do is sort out the crusher. So this will only ever need it'll only ever make biofuel. So if I think I'm right. I think I can just put like wheat in here. Do we have a lot of wheat?
We have very little wheat, I think.
We have 65K.
Oh, no, we have 65K. We don't have a renewable source.
We don't have a renewable source, but I think that will probably do. We won't need a huge amount of it, hopefully.
And to be fair, now that I've said that, you might be able to actually make wheat with nature essence or something. Yeah, you totally can. We got a renewable source. You're fine.
Okay, that's fine. So this crusher will just slowly turn wheat into this biofuel that we need. Now we want to take the biofuel, and I'm assuming you're crafting something because I've just got a lag spike.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. It's done.
So we will just be extracting the wheat from the crusher. Ooh, you made an advancement.
Oh yeah, I made better energy cables from Ender.io.
Okay. But yeah, so we'll just take the wheat out of the crusher and chuck it into this pressurized reaction chamber, which you can do using the item config.
Nice.
So I just need to go out the back. That needs to be an input, and that should connect. Just change that to insert, and that should start filling up with biofuel. Now, at the moment, this isn't doing anything. It's because we need a gas and a liquid in here. So
I love the sink just sitting in the middle of there. It looks so
yeah, well,
out of place.
I'm gonna need more than one sink, annoyingly, I think. But so the first thing I'm gonna do is the hydrogen. So I'm just gonna hook up this sink to this electrolyzer, and I'm hoping I've got it right. And yes, so what the electrolyzer does is it will split water into hydrogen and oxygen gas. Now oxygen comes out the right side, hydrogen comes out the left. So we are going to mine underneath here and totally going to hide all of these pressurized cables underneath the floor.
Does Mekanism even have like conduit
It
for
doesn't.
kids?
Oh no,
Does it not?
It does not.
I thought there was a thing like a struct ducts or
They are thermal.
yes. So yeah.
So this is going to look really ugly, but it's underneath the floor, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's like the only thing that has gas pipes, annoyingly.
Yes, I was thinking maybe we could do it with the gas, applied energistics gas.
Yeah, we could do it that way.
We can do that later. We can tidy it up later.
I've actually made recipes for all of the gas storage cells,
Oh, okay.
but I've not crafted any yet.
I mean, we'll need to. I'm pretty sure that's one of the quests.
That is why I made all the recipes.
Yep. So I just need to change the site config. Instead of doing it in the items one, you change it to gases. And you select the input. So the input is coming in the bottom, which is that one, and that's now filling up with hydrogen. Yay!
Nice.
So I'm gonna quickly grab another sink, and then we'll be ready. Okay, so I've placed my sink down, got a translocator on.
Second sink.
Yeah, second sink, 2 sinks.
I can't believe one isn't enough.
Well, that's because I need to like pipe it all the way through, and I couldn't be bothered. So
Yeah,
I figured an infinite source of water would do. So as you can see, every time I try to right-click the fluid translocator onto the side, it doesn't work. That's because this hasn't been configured for fluids yet. So if I just change that to that side, I'm hoping this will work. There you go. And you can see that starts kicking off. So this biofuel will turn into substrate, and we should produce a tiny little bit of ethylene, which is all we need. So
I would have thought we need a lot.
we probably do need a lot. So
But for now, I assume we just need a little.
yes. And so I'm just going to configure the side of this again. Have you kicked off another craft?
No.
Oh, okay, this is just being slow. So gases, and the output gas will go that way. So this should mean that the ethylene will drain into the liquid, into the rotary condenser.
Do you not need a configurator to set up the cables?
I don't think so. I don't think for this bit.
Oh, because it's like force pushing, essentially.
Yes, but at the same time, the ethylene is not pushing out.
Side config? Oh, you've not set up the side.
Oh, because I haven't selected auto eject on.
There you go.
So the ethylene makes its way over to the rotary condense.
Condensator?
This is too long a word. Rotary condense.
Is it not just a PRC? Oh no, this is the other machine.
Yep. So this will turn the ethylene into liquid ethylene. Yes. So that is, we're about halfway through, which is good. We now need to pull the liquid ethylene out of here, which we can do so using a fluid conduit, because that's so much easier. And if we just configure this one into like so, I honestly thought that would just work. Why is that not connecting?
Did you break it?
I didn't break it, but it might be I need to configure the
You broke it already.
conduit to connect.
I can't believe you broke it already.
I didn't think I connected it. Oh, there you go. Just break it and place it. That will work.
I found that with like one of the redstone conduits earlier. Sometimes you just need to break them and place them again.
Yeah, I don't know why. But this should now be extracting the liquid ethylene and placing it into the other PRC I've got set up.
Nice.
Now, this one also needs oxygen, which is why I've put this electrolytic separator here. Because if I just pop down another pressure tube, and if I configure the gases for this one, like that, this is now filling up with oxygen. So the other item I need is the substrate from this machine over here. So I'm just going to item conduit all the way along.
We did need one of those gases for something. I forget what it is now.
Did we?
Yeah, because we were considering doing it either via nuclear craft
Oh,
or...
yeah. We did need oxygen, which I
Oh, it was just oxygen.
Yeah, it's oxygen.
You'd think there was enough just kicking around.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because you can either use the Galacticraft oxygen gas, or you can use the liquid oxygen from Mekanism, but not the gas.
All right. Strange.
Which is, yeah.
I suppose maybe other mods just treat them all as liquids, so it's more inter-compatible.
But I am just...
I still can't remember what we wanted the oxygen for.
I'm pretty sure... Oh, it was to make thorium. Thorium oxide.
Ah, yes, which was for a thing that we
Which was
need.
for the very first machine you need in
Galacticraft. Yeah, that's the one. But so many rabbit holes, guys.
There is so many rabbit holes. It's almost like it's an expert level prank.
You have made that joke
I know,
3 times now. All of the last episodes.
I'm trying to get it
text
into
or
every
voice.
episode. It's my new goal.
My new goal is going to be to use my sword on you every episode then.
Oh, that's fine. I'll start using my sword on you.
It's fine. It's fine. It's your bow that's risky, I'm pretty sure.
My bow makes you immortal. My sword will just kill you. So.
Yeah, it's fine.
But so this is now extracting the substrate from this PLC and popping it into this one, which, as you can see, is actually making the pellets.
Nice.
So now that we've got these pellets, this also produces oxygen, which, if I could be bothered, I would feed back. But at the minute, I can't be, so that will just sit there until it gets full. But we want to take the substrate that it's giving us. And, of course, that is not configured, so that will not work. once I've configured this one, it's probably because this is not set to insert.
Yep.
That
You
would be
shouldn't have
why.
swapped conduits. It's complicated things.
It's so complicated things. But that means we are now producing the HDP sheets. Yay!
This is good, I think.
It is. It means we can. It's one of the things we needed for the compressor from Galacticraft. Among other things, we also need it for this insane looking recipe for the creative compressor from Pneumaticraft.
You might want that.
We're so close to this. I mean,
Do you think that means that... Surely that'll just make our pipes blow up even faster if we get a creative compressor.
I don't actually know.
I'm just saying I'm pretty well versed in blowing up pipes.
Oh, you can use it to generate any pressure you would like to test setups. So you could use it to create like
cool.
4.9.
Yeah, just make me one of them.
Okay, we'll do that now. But yeah, so this, it isn't as compact or as pretty as I would like it, but it's working for the time being.
Yeah.
Which is all that we wanted.
I mean, to be fair, the first AE setup I put was like right in the middle of our main platform.
Oh god, yeah, it was.
Yeah, we can tidy things up afterwards. It's fine.
But oh, okay. So the quest isn't going to complete because it needs the HDP pellets. So I'll just grab some of those.
Oh, you went too far.
I went too far. But the uses for these are literally the sheets or the rods, and I don't think I've ever seen the rods used in anything. You can make plastic fences, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So we will just.
I think I may have got us another quest as well.
Oh yeah.
Because you hadn't picked up any biofuel.
Oh. Well, it should just detect that I've made some and count it.
It's just not that clever.
It's not that
It's not as clever as me. I'm sorry.
If we go back into the quest book, so we've got this bottom corner kind of done now.
What are we missing in the bottom right?
A gas burning generator.
Oh, okay. We
Which
probably don't.
We probably don't need that. I might just make it off camera and then put it back into the system. Just like we don't need
the same for the biofuel generator.
Yeah, probably don't need that either. But the next thing I think we want to make is the osmium compressor.
Yeah, we can finally do the glowstone seeds then.
And the obsidian, refined obsidian seeds.
Because it is annoying that we have like 2 outstanding seeds or something in tier 4. Well, I say 2. We also have Dash, which is Galacticraft.
Yeah, that's a
Which is also part of the reason we kind of want to get to space.
Also, because, space.
Yeah, space will be good as well. I've never really played with Galacticraft all that much. Yeah. So, I mean, based on our previous experience of this pack, we'll probably die a lot.
Probably. We'll just send you up to suffocate or something. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We won't die. We know what we're doing.
The osmium compressor.
Is a compressor of osmium.
It is a compressor of osmium. That is one way to look at it.
Is it? I thought it would have compressed osmium.
No, you put like osmium in it, and then you put like glowstone or refined obsidian, and it makes the ingots.
Well, maybe my first rubbish was right there.
Your first rubbish was kind of right. So if I grab some obsidian, Jonny will totally automate this for me.
Yeah.
Later.
Maybe now. I'm kind of done with the automation I was doing. I was just automating some of the nuclear craft stuff because it looks like we might need some tough alloy for some of the ultimate upgrades things.
Oh, okay.
I think. So it seemed worth it.
So all you need to do is actually chuck some osmium ingots in the bottom. It turns it into liquid osmium for you, so it sort of melts it down. And then you added some glowstone, and it will very, very slowly tick away, and you'll get the glowstone ingots.
Nice.
So we will do that for glowstone, and to make the obsidian ingots, you just need to put refined obsidian through it. So
can we use the same machine, or is this like the
we can.
Other things where we've got to have specific?
No, we literally you just put in.
Okay.
Yeah, we can use the same machine.
Awesome. So I will set this up then.
Hey guys, so looking back at our Mekanism questline, there are 2 that we kind of need to unlock to progress further, and that's the atomic alloy and the ultimate circuit. So the atomic alloy is really actually quite simple. Once you've crafted the basic alloy, you just need to run the reinforced alloy through the infusing factory with the obsidian. So if I just pop that in, that will run through very, very slowly. These machines are still quite slow. We do need to make the
Make the speed upgrades, yeah.
Yes.
Is that not even a quest line?
That's not a quest line, which
Oh, we really should have did them.
yeah, we probably could do that. But those should now be in the system. The atomic alloys
Nice.
should be a
Is that like
quest.
top tier thing?
That is
that
the
the
top
purple
tier.
ones?
They are the purple ones.
Nice.
So if you wanted to make an auto crafting pattern for them, you probably could now.
I
Hint.
think I have.
Hint, hint. I don't think you have because I can't auto craft them.
Oh, okay. I swear I'd already made one in preparation, but I will make one now.
The other thing we need to make is the ultimate control circuit. So this uses the elite control circuit and 2 of the atomic alloys and some tough alloy from Nuclearcraft, which we have in the system already. So that's completely fine. But if I craft one of those, that should be that quest complete.
Nice.
Yep.
What machine does this one go in? The obsidian machine.
Yes.
I can do that.
So the next sort of step we need to do is to make the teleportation core.
Which you have been busy over in the end, harvesting endermen, I believe.
Yes, I was basically running around with soul vials, capturing any enderman that looked at me funny. That's what you do. But the reason I needed to do that was for the ender crystal.
Maybe.
Yep. So the recipe for this is a bit weird. You run a soul vial with an enderman, a vibrant crystal through the soul binder. It does cross some levels, 6 levels, so I had to sit there and do it manually. So I did 11, and then I got bored.
Poor you.
Well, 11 was also the number of soul vials we had, but we should have enough vibrant crystals to do what I want. So
This is good.
did you say you'd been busy making autograph recipe for this?
For what in
For
particular?
the teleportation core.
Yes, there should be autocraft for that. I think.
You think?
Well, while you're looking, actually, I've been working on some of the lesser quests, and I say that in the meaning that we're not going to use this stuff, like the wind turbines and the solar generators. We're not going to make them, but they're quite easy. So here is a nice wind generator.
Yay!
Are we actually not even high enough to get wind from this thing? Oh no, because the sky's blocked.
Oh.
That's weird, because wind doesn't usually come from above. But
No, that's weird.
that's fine. And then the solar generator looks tiny. That's so small. And glitches out if you get too close. But I just thought they were some interesting quests that we will never use the stuff for.
So I'm just, as you can probably tell by the amount of lag running the
Yeah,
autograph.
I noticed.
Okay, so it looks like you're missing a recipe for the unstable enderpearl.
Oh, I made them. I did make them. That is
It's telling me that we don't have any.
odd.
Or
No, you're right. There isn't. Oh, you know what I maybe did? I maybe just bookmarked them.
I didn't do it.
Never did them. So one of the other things in here actually is the interdimensional module from Portality.
Yes.
And that is also a quest line that we've not really looked at yet. But I think it's a way to make interdimensional portals.
Yeah, I believe sort of like an alternative to the draconic ones.
Yep.
Maybe.
You should be able to kick off that quest now.
So if I kick off that craft, it should hopefully all work once this loads. Nope, because we don't have stable ender pearls.
Oh, well, I only made the unstable. You never said I needed
I didn't
stable
know that we
as
needed
well.
the stable as well.
Okay.
Let me pop that in for
It's
you.
fine. It's in the system.
It's
But
in the
give it
system.
like 3 seconds while I find a slot.
If I kick off that autocraft, it's just crafting the atomic alloys and it should be done.
Nice. And I'm just, like I say, working through some of these other quest lines that might be important. I don't think they will
I
be.
don't think so, no.
But I do like completionism.
Yes, like I said, we are trying to get 100% for this mod pack.
Yeah, and we'll regret saying that at
Yeah,
some point, I'm
at
sure.
some point.
But for now, we're very optimistic that 100% is so attainable.
So
Definitely
so
attainable.
So we've got the teleportation core, which is one of the quests we need for the digital miner. So the next one is a Robit. Now,
A Robit.
Robit. If you haven't seen these things, these are really cute. I
I
really
have
like that.
no idea what a Robit
It's
is.
like a little thing that follows you around, and you've already put the autocraft in there.
I did. See, I've done a
I'm
lot of the
actually gonna make a
autocrafts.
couple.
I've just not made them all.
So if we kick off this autocraft, this is quite simple.
So it follows you around and does what exactly?
Well, it acts as a chest and a furnace, and it acts as a chest and a furnace, basically. Once I'll show you once it's done crafting.
I am intrigued. That's not something I've came across myself. Is it like a open computer kind of thing?
A little bit like a turtle,
Turtle, that's the word I was thinking of.
but it looks cuter.
But it looks cuter. Okay. I will take your word for it. Is it
Oh,
like
yeah.
the little robot thing they just added to Oxygen as well?
Maybe. I thought I could just right click this, but I can't.
Or does it not even place?
No, it doesn't.
You got my hopes up and it doesn't even work.
I think it
What?
might need a charging pad from
How
Mekanism.
dare you? You
Well-
got me so excited for no reason.
Give me like 2 seconds.
No, I
and
don't
I'll be-
want it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
want
I'll
it
just
anymore.
have one for me then.
But I've also made the advanced solar panel. Oh, that's
Yay.
much bigger.
Oh, wow, that is a
Yeah.
lot bigger.
Oh, this
Significantly
sounds
bigger.
like a... Wait, why does this one work? Oh, no. Actually, no, why does the solar panel work without access to the sky? But the wind turbine needs access to the sky?
Because logic?
Yeah, there's no logic in it. That made more than I was expecting. It was like 350 joules.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest, I don't know how much that converts to in RF, but it seems like a reasonable amount for just placing it down and getting stuff. So one of the other quests, and this one I'm kind of intrigued by. Again, I'm not sure we're going to use it, but is the dynamic tank. And I did not grab the right glass. Oh, I needed structural glass, and I made reactor glass. That was a...
Basically the same thing.
It is basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, totally.
I think so. But I have it now, and I kind of want to see this, because I do think multi-block tanks are kind of cool. So I don't know if there's a minimum size. I feel like maybe we'll go for a 5x5. See what that's like. Maybe?
Sorry.
I'll just talk to
I-
myself again,
No.
don't you worry.
No, it's because I finally managed to get the Robit down.
Okay.
Look at it. It stopped
not
following me,
moving,
but I don't
no.
know why.
Yeah, it's not quite all it was hyped up to be.
But you can toggle follow mode and it should follow you. I don't know why it's not. But it basically acts as a crafting grid, a chest, a smelter, and an anvil, which is
Oh, okay.
really quite cool. But yeah, I don't know why it's not following me. It should be following me.
Should it?
Maybe if I
Would
ran
you
away
be
from-
following you?
I mean, I would always follow me.
Mm-hmm. I'm
It
already
is-
thinking
Oh,
of five.
there it is. It is following me. It's just I think our base layout is confusing.
Whoa,
it.
he's picking an odd route to follow you. Yes.
I think it's because it's like the pets, so it will like teleport to you.
Oh, okay.
So if I run further,
I'm not
Maybe?
having much luck with my tank, I have to
there
say.
you go. Oh,
Not entirely sure how this works all of a sudden.
I am.
But
It looks like a tank.
does
Maybe.
it does it look like a tank? I feel like it doesn't look like a tank. Maybe it needs a valve there.
Maybe it doesn't need glass on these bits. I don't know.
I can't work out what you're meant to do with this.
Put a roof on it.
Yeah, I'll put a roof on it. I'm gonna have a look up on how to use this because I am intrigued by the multi-block tank.
Well, whilst you do that, I think we've got everything else in the system for the digital miner.
Nice, and also an autocraft, just so you know.
Oh, you've already put it on autocraft. That is great. Thank you.
I have already put it on autocraft.
So
I
if
just can't help myself.
To be fair, putting everything on autocraft is basically the aim of this pack.
Yeah, I think it's kind of what you want to do, especially until you get to EMC,
Yes.
which we're getting closer to.
The amount of microcrafting for some of the components and some items is just insane.
Yeah. Well, annoyingly, Google kind of says that what I was doing should have worked.
No,
I think.
it's Google lying to you again.
Apparently so. Like, I'm very disappointed. I mean, maybe it's because I had glass in some places I shouldn't have, but ultimately it kind of looked like my one.
Fair enough.
But
I'm gonna send my Robit home.
You're going to send your robot home, are you?
Yeah, he can stay on the charging pad. But
So, is there much usefulness to him? Like,
well, I mean, if you didn't have wireless applied energetics and you wanted to go into a cave and you wanted something to hold all your stuff and smelt it for you and then repair your pickaxe, that'd be quite useful.
I've managed to get a working tank.
You've got a working tank. That
do.
looks super exciting.
I think all the edges must have to be made out of the dynamic tank
Okay.
block. I think I had some glass in the corners to begin with.
But it has a volume of 27.
That's not great.
Don't know if that's 27 buckets or...
I feel like it's 27 buckets, and yet this one block tank holds 65,000. I mean,
Yeah, that one obviously must be bigger on the inside.
yeah, multi-block tank's cool, but practicality just not. It's not there. It's not good enough for us.
Well, I do actually have the digital miner.
Oh, okay.
I am gonna pop to the nether and set it up, and
See if it can clean up
Yeah.
some of the mess we've made.
we've made a massive mess, but
Yeah.
we'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm in the nether, and as you can see, we have made a slight mess of it by
I
being
think
mining.
this was like from a while ago when we needed a lot of crushed nether rack and things
Yes.
like that.
Like, we've gone through and like popped out some of the ores we need, like nether quartz or the lunar dust, but it's a bit of a mess. So
It's a mess, yeah.
the digital miner is a really, really useful machine. It will basically, you can set search parameters and it will mine up any blocks that fit that. So to do so, I'm just going to go into the config. I'm actually going to change the radius of these to be, oh, no, I'm not. because I just-
Maximum.
Yes, maximum. I think 32 is the max radius, maybe.
I think it tells you if you go over anyway, does it?
Let's just chuck 9s in there. Yeah, so 32 is the max. The minimum height, I'm going to put as 0 because why not? And max, I'm going to go at 250 because
250.
apparently I might be able to go 255.
255?
Now, these are just essentially defining where the miner will search. What you want to do is you want to put a filter. Now, if you have some of the item, you can use item stack, or you can do what I'm going to do and just go into ORDIC. Basically, this is OR dictionary, so you can put whatever you want in here so long as it matches up to an OR. So I am going to be very technical, and I'm going to put OR star. That's totally one.
No, that didn't work. I think it is case sensitive. I think it needs to be a lowercase o.
OR star.
Click the tick and it should cycle
There
through
you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
So this will
See how clever I am?
this will search for any OR.
See how
basically.
clever I am?
You are very clever.
There we go.
I'm also going to delete that filter. I'm going to put another one that's star or. No, I'm not, because I've actually put 8 or.
Yep. I wouldn't have thought that would find anything.
Wouldn't it?
Maybe it would need to be an uppercase O, but I can't think of anything that ends in or. I think you're probably good with or.
I was thinking maybe because it's never.
I'm pretty sure even nether quartz is or.
Okay, give me a second because I am apparently incompetent. No, there you go. It's found some.
It's called or quartz, yes.
Yeah, but there are some nether ores that are popping up when I do this.
Wow, they are not right.
So, now that I've done that, I'm just going to literally just hit start and it will find all of the blocks to mine. It's found 8,830.
Yeah. And
That's
I think you've
quite a
set that
lot.
up
Oh.
to just go into an ender chest, which is kind of...
Yes, if I don't fall off the edge, I've just set this to go into this ender chest, which is literally a
It's
plate.
not working.
It's not working. Oh, I might need to auto eject on.
There you go.
You can also set this to like silk touch blocks, but as I don't really think there's much point at the moment. Nothing we need.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think it might be better just because then we can duplicate it if it's like a rare ore.
Well, you can turn silk touch on. It will use slightly more power, but to be honest, I've got this hooked up to a redstone inspector coil, so this will just sit here, ticking away. I might put in some speed upgrades and energy upgrades, and maybe an anchor upgrade to make sure this remains trunk loaded. But apart from that, I think that's the digital miner done for the time being.
Nice. one of the other things we wanted to get into the mechanism mod for was so we could make the laser cutter.
Yes.
So I think I have all the stuff now to build this. You are gonna have to move the what's it called? The Ender IO teleporty thing.
Travel anchor.
Travel anchor, that's the one. Yeah,
Okay,
you might need to move that.
You've decided that's where this is living.
Well, it was always going to live on this platform, and because you've taken up half it with your setup, it pretty much needs to go slap bang in the middle.
I mean, my setup, my setup is taking up a lot of space.
So I think
fine.
that's on you.
I will move
All
the
right?
travel anchor.
That's definitely on you. Oh, it goes red.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
I was not expecting this.
Structure found. Laser cutter. Missing input item.
We're also missing lasers, which is quite a key thing. So these laser acceptors have no energy. So we're going to need to make some of the mechanism lasers, which conveniently someone has put on Autocraft.
You're welcome.
It was me. Oh, these might take a second. Yeah, that's a bigger craft than I was expecting.
Ah.
Oh no. Oh, pretty much everything's in the system. That's
Okay, that's useful.
I think it's broke. Oh no, it needs to make 9 reinforced alloys. So let us make them, and we'll be back in a sec. So our lasers finished up. So I've just placed them. I don't know how far away they need to be, but this distance seems to work fine. So I'm just powering them with the top tier Spectre coils, and now this shows that it has like 5 million energy, depending on which one you click.
It's quite a lot.
So that's pretty nice. You also notice I got a load of iron, because I kind of want to see how fast this machine is. And although I don't really know what we need this, like what we're going to be making most of out of this, that is crazy fast. Wow.
That is really quite fast.
Okay, if any of you guys have used the Galacticraft way of doing this, the compressor, I think that bar is accurate. I think it's about that slow.
Oh, okay.
There isn't a way to speed up. So, oh, it's broke.
Have you broken out already?
It ran out of energy. That is,
that's...
top tier Spectre coils ain't good enough.
I
so
mean,
we're going to need to make like an energy buffer for this.
My digital miner has also run out of energy.
Oh, do you think we've run out of energy?
I think we might have run out of energy.
No, we seem to be making energy fine.
Okay, maybe the Spectre coils can't transfer enough.
I suppose there is an output limit of 25,000 RF. So we might just now be at the point of hitting that limit. We might need to rethink how power is sorted.
Well, there is an item from Mekanism that can help with that.
Yeah, or Draconic Evolution's cooler. Big ass power ball.
Oh no, I was thinking the quantum entangler reporter thingamabob.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that was...
No, I don't think the issue is sending the power. I think the issue is that it's coming via an energy cell over here. So it's capped by how fast the energy cell can pump it out.
I thought it was maybe we were sending the maximum into the Spectre energy injector.
Oh, no. Well, maybe, but I don't think there's a limit on that. I think it's probably limited by the thing I said.
The input.
Yeah. So guys, it's been a pretty productive episode. We got the laser cutter, the digital miner, and Mekanism fairly well progressed. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back soon. Bye!
Bye! Don't walk into lasers.